Previously on Legends of Aelos, we resume in the Furbolg village, the party on the cusp of reuniting. We see from Ace and Briar's perspective a commotion occurring across the village, and at the heart of it stand Asher, Karun, and Rowan, with Elena and Bolt in tow. Asher and Karun seem to be trying to neutralize a developing situation with Mordecai, Chief Midian's son. At the realization of who the new interlopers are, and with her current state of grief, Briar rushes over to the scene, waving off Mordecai as she runs to Karun and Asher at the front of the group. There, she embraces Karun, and emotion begins to overwhelm her again. Karun attempts to comfort her as he inquires what has happened. It is then that she breaks the sad news of her Uncle Tambrin's passing. And though shocking to Karun, it is quite apparent the weight of the news has on Asher, who affirms that Tambrin was his father-in-law, the man he set out to this very island for, much like Briar. Karun does what he can to console his now long-time traveling companion, but as the party, now whole and fully welcomed, migrate over to the community's social assembly area, he sees that Asher and Briar might better be able to help each other in their newfound familial bond. The party is relieved to see all are well, even if bittersweet for some. There are introductions for those whom have just arrived, and Midian sees that lodging arrangements be made up for the new guests, as they have been through much at this point, and the day is late. Before departing, however, Karun requests that later this evening, the chief and those closest to him who he sees fit to trust come to the party's tent so that he can better convey what Karun knows about his own kin. Leading up to the meeting, the party occupies themselves around the town. Some, such as Ace, Asher, and Briar, spend time amongst family, but all take this time to process and reflect upon what has transpired to better prepare themselves for the trials ahead. Oh yes, they finally get their first level up. Late evening arrives, and Midian comes to the tent with Mordecai. The party greets them, and Karun begins to inform the collective on the nature of the Naramine on Kellipi. We learn that most Naramine are not particularly gifted in magic, though those with some affinity are brought into the Moonlight Conclave, a covenant of Naramine that consists of scholars and clergy, of which there is a special group of especially gifted clerics known as farriers. The job of the farrier is to aid Naramine before they trek out into the world, as well as mission around the world on the Conclave's behalf. It is a position that requires not only great potential in magic, but also the discipline to maintain a benevolent disposition to best harness their healing potential. This is not always within the grasp of farrier candidates, though, and the trainees that fail to muster remain as other members of the clergy and do not receive a phylactery as the farriers do. Those that do become farriers, like Karun, tend to exemplify what is good and just in the Naramine community. However, there are always exceptions, and Kethiel appears to have lost his way, inciting the events that are occurring on the island, as well as corrupting conclave members such as Namus. Karun beckons the assistance of his compatriots, as well as whatever support the village can provide. One after the other, the party members offer their arms and hearts to Karun's cause, as does Midian pledge whatever aid he can to the party before they set on their journey to the temple where Kethiel and his group have taken up occupancy. Karun is deeply grateful of his companions, and at this they settle in for the night, and come morning, after a brief visit from Balin and the crew, who inform the party of Namus's escape, they set out to the temple. They arrive to find a group of pirates outside of the temple entrance, and with a sultry distraction provided by Briar and Elena, the group tactfully and swiftly dispatches the guards before they can raise alarm to those inside. Upon entering the temple, all seems quiet, eerily quiet. A lone moonbeam comes down through a crack in the ceiling, and with more than just Karun finding the setting suspicious, he casts Detect Magic, and the recently escaped Namus is revealed through his lunar veil, staring daggers at Karun. Namus lunges at him, and with a necromantic energy, he connects. This assault and instinct spark a reaction from Karun, and using a power he had never expressed, The same necromantic energy that Namos had just inflicted upon him, he touches Namos's face. It is devastated by the attack, and after Rowan attempts to subdue him, Asher follows up and easily fells the Nariman. Karun is shocked by what has transpired, but he urges the party to continue forth. They encounter a trap puzzle, which is passed with relative ease thanks to Ace, and they then happen upon the central chamber. 2 stairs leading up to an elevated stage. In the center, below the stage, is a cistern with what appear to be crystals, almost nearly submerged in blood. Kethiel reveals himself from the top stage, along with the source of the blood let from the throats of sacrifices Kethiel is performing. There is tension and verbal confrontation, but the party realizes that this will come to combat, especially as Kethiel summons 2 zombified aberrations which proceed to eviscerate 2 of his own pirate guards. With blood and death thick in the air, the tension rises to a fever pitch, and it's from here we shall continue the story of the Legends of Aelos.
Before we jump to the battle map, as you guys kind of approach our Kethiel as he's performing these sacrificial rituals, and each of the kind of fiendish returned kind of stumble down the steps and attack these 2 pirates. The 2 that have just been slain by these kind of zombie creatures, you see as they begin to themselves, turning. And the 2 pirates still remaining, you see as they kind of turn and look to their now fallen comrades convulsing in this similar way. They kind of look behind them and they look across the stairwell to each other, and with that they kind of, you see the panic in their eyes as they kind of make their way down the steps, and they actually coming close to you. I believe it was Rowan and Asher kind of up front, with Ace kind of forming a wall. They kind of just like hold their hands up. Listen, they didn't pay us enough for this, all right? Just let us go, all right? And they just kind of try to make their way past you guys. You can, before we enter initiative, you can, if you would like, you can attack or let them go.
Let them go. Let them pass. Get out of here.
Let them go.
Get out, never return.
And you see as they kind of make their way down the hall, and they just don't want any of it. And you see as Kethiel standing above, dagger in hand. You see him kind of reach into this satchel that he holds, and from the satchel he pulls out this large black item, and he holds it up over the fountain, and he drops it.
I was gonna
Go ahead. Yeah.
I was gonna use shape water on that fountain.
On the fountain?
To try to.
Well, the fountain is blood, so you're entering the realm of like blood bending. Which,
well, I was gonna say how much of that blood is water.
Accurate.
At this moment, it's pretty much blood. It is pretty much blood.
I was arguing this, the composition of blood, percent of blood. How much of blood is water? I guess that's kind of.
I understand.
You're the DM. You say what happens.
I think that is one of the great debates with shape water. Like, oh, can you move blood or can you move any other kind of liquids and stuff? But as far as I rule it, shape water is water. And I know you get into the science and all
Fair
that.
enough.
Yeah.
Gotta try.
But as he drops this item, it plunges down from the blood-stained wall, and it, and you see the blood kind of ripple there, and just for a moment you see as in kind of this, and you see as it kind of beats for a moment, the blood kind of clears up, and it actually does become somewhat water at this point, as it soaks up some of this blood. Took the blood part of
just twist the knife. That's cool.
Oh yeah.
And you see as Cathiel, he kind of looks down and then looks at you, Huron, again. And so it begins. And with that, now we will roll initiative.
We go.
Yes.
Let's go.
Let's do this thing. Do the thing. Ooh, can I get a oh yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All
Just
right.
tell us. Just ask us, and we shall tell.
Yes.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Let me load this up here. Okay, Krun, let me go with you first.
9. So not first, that's for sure.
You never
Nine.
know. Briar,
99.
9.
19.
19.
Mm.
Ace,
How far does the nat 20 get me?
nat 20 will get you anything plus that? Just nat 20.
Plus 1.
21.
Yo, Big Daddy.
Yes, daddy.
Yes.
Rowan,
I'm ready.
21.
I opened my dice container upside down. That's very unfortunate. 21, you said?
21.
Let's go. I think his nat 20 will trump that. I
have a higher dex.
That is true. I don't know how maybe I'll give him the first. I mean, it's a nat 20. Asher.
That is a 5.
5. All right, let me.
Say roll a d2. He can fake between.
I was about to say, it does not matter if
Ooh.
Rowan go first. Rowan can
Elena, baby.
Yes.
She rolled a
What
nat
she
20.
Yo, my girl.
Our primary healer this round.
My waifu.
Primary healer. Don't forget. Ooh, that's a bad roll on Cathiel's part there. He
Yes.
has a 9 right there with you. Naramine Brothers, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, his dex probably isn't a negative.
It's not, no.
One
Is it a positive?
Oof, that's a high roll on those boils. Yes, it is a positive. actually.
Okay, so I got a 0.
Get into that is for these guys. Wow. Okay. Let's go. And so it begins. Let me pull up the battle map here as we are prepared for combat. Cut to here, and let me, before we do this, these guys yeeted off, so they went bye-bye. And you have these 4 ghoulish fiends as, I'm going to, I will say that Ace, you can go first, and then Rowan will go because you rolled that nat 20. I'll give you the first turn, and then what we'll do is we'll do Rowan and then you again. How's that sound?
Oh, I get two turns?
Nat 20. Yeah, why not? Why not?
Well, okay.
So, you see,
Daddy
as
gonna-
those
Daddy gonna
guys
punch
buggered
some
off,
things.
and by this point, these guys kind of making their way to you. And Ace, your turn, my friend.
Okay. So from my view, I understood me and Asher are going left, correct? Or we're going right. You're going left. Okay, we're gonna go right. So, can I reach the first ghoul, zombie, whatever you want to call it,
Kind
on
of
the
here
right
on the
side?
right? On the right side
Yeah.
here? What's your move speed? I would imagine 5, 10,
30.
15, 20, 25, 30. Yep, you can get right up there.
Perfect. Sprinting up to him, my gauntlets ready, and I'm gonna make 2 attacks. Let's see here. Got a +6, so we've got a 15 and a 21.
15 and 21, both of those will hit.
Perfect. All right. Can't forget that I'm also raging because
Rage.
screw these guys. Okay, so that's 4, 8.
Actually, as I ran the encounter, it put you first anyway, Ace.
Okay. 12, 13, 14. So with both hits, that's going to be 14 points of damage.
Ooh, good hit. Level 2. Level 2. Okay, we will say this one. He will take 14 points of damage as you just pop with your gauntlet. And as you hit it, it kind of reacts like and has this like ferocious kind of like almost nightmarish look. It quickly lost its human form and kind of has this like ghoulish face to it with like kind of a long kind of extended jaw and kind
chew
of
with your mouth
claws that have, it's almost like its fingers, like the bones have kind of extended and become sharp from its fingers. All right, so then we move to Rowan.
All right. So Rowan sees Ace taking the right. Rowan's gonna bolt left and start and try to run up to the closest
Excellent.
ghoul.
So with
he
that
can.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, you can actually get right there. Is that
Yeah,
fine?
Let's go. Let's go.
Excellent.
Go right on in.
Excellent. Going right in.
And then I'm going to do my 2 attacks. All right. So for the first one will be Jathrill's Flame Tongue.
Excellent.
It's a 15 plus 5, so that is a dirty 20 to hit for the first one.
That'll do it.
And then that is a 9 plus 5. That is a 14 to hit for the second one.
Still hits. That'll do it. Roll your damage on both those. And you had Flame Tongue already ignited, right?
Yeah, he was using it to guide everybody through the tunnels. So
Excellent.
The first one up, and I whiffed it. Nice. That is a 2 plus 3 for the slashing damage. Now I'm going to roll for the flame. The fire. That is 4. So 5 plus 4. That's 9 damage for the flame tongue with
What are
radiant.
we looking at total?
That's total.
Total 9 damage?
Total 9 damages.
Alrighty.
For the flame, 4 flame damage. Then 6 plus 3, so 9 for Lymil's sword.
So 9 and 9?
9 and 9.
9 and 9. With that, your 18 damage. With the slash and the flame kind of cutting through it, this ghoulish undead looks pretty rough with just those 2 solid hits.
Okay. All right, that's going to
Jump in
be it for Rowan.
And with that, we come back to Ace. Just because why not?
Yes.
Yeah, 20, do it.
So, Ace is going to just kind of hype himself up and throw 2 more swings at these guys. And we've got a 9 and a 11.
A 9 and 11, neither of those will hit. As you go to swing, it kind of like its wiry, like convulsing form. It manages, you kind of just wing, and you feel like you barely did anything. Not enough to cause harm with that.
JT, can I recklessly attack, which would give myself advantage on my attacks? Which means I could just
are you able
roll
to
that again,
do
or
it
is it
again?
Too late.
I would say you'd probably want to call that beforehand. Not like, oh, I
Understandable.
missed, let me
Okay.
try again kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's totally fine. I understand.
All right. So with that, we move to actually Elena. Baby girl Elena. What?
Waifu.
What is waifu? What
Why-
is Elena going to do?
Marry me, Elena.
Wife me. Okay.
Briar would love to hold hands.
Without a doubt, we can go to the jungle where it's nice and wet and raining.
Again.
Again, and again, and again.
She's actually going to kind of step forward and place her hand on your shoulder, Huron, and go ahead and add 5 temporary hit points. She casts heroism on you.
Ooh.
Waifu.
Yes.
Waifu.
Let's not go down
that path.
Let's
Why
not
did
go
I
down
do
that
that for the voice of Elena?
It's too late now. It's definitely too late now. Yep. Oh, so too late now.
I
Yep.
can't
Sorry,
retcon
can't go.
it.
Nope,
We're only
nope.
episode 5.
Darn.
Come
No, she's got a flag that says unretconable. I'm apologize.
on.
Yeah. I'm saying no to that one.
It's a no from me.
It's enough for me, dog.
It's a no for me, dog.
Briar.
So 5 temp added.
She cast that at 3rd level. So, Briar, go ahead and add 5 hit points to yourself as well.
Oh, nani.
Nani?
Nani.
Is Asher getting
And
anything?
you
for
are
this
immune to being frightened,
Oh.
and you gain temporary hit points, those. So, your spell casting... Oh, wait. Yep. So when the spell ends, so that will last 1 minute. And
Is
it's
it
also
an area?
concentration. It's a touch. So she touched both of them, just being
Gotcha.
right there. But she will have to concentrate on that for now, and the hit points will disappear if she loses concentration. So from there, we move on. It is these fiends' turn. Rowan, this one that you've done a considerable amount of damage to is going to make an attack on you.
Not 20, isn't it?
Nope, nat 2. Not even
Alright.
gonna roll.
Scared.
Not even gonna roll it.
Please.
Come on, dice, please. I need to hurt them.
This is how this night's gonna go. I can already
It's
feel it.
already. I'm like, oh yeah, guys, this is gonna be a pretty hard encounter. Nope. Nat 2. This one, as you've missed, and it kind of in its wiry form is going to make an attack against you. That should hit. That's an 18.
Yep, hits.
Okay, so... Alright. Okay, so that's 7 points of slashing damage.
So 3
to
points.
you. That's 3 points of slashing damage. Is it rounded up or rounded down?
It's always rounded down if my
Is it?
understanding
Okay.
is correct.
Excellent. 3 points of slashing damage. Seth. Ace.
Yes.
Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
I knew that was coming. That's okay. I got a +5 here. 17.
17, you're good. Okay. This one is going to make its way over to you as well. And, oh, I deleted him.
Perfect. He's dead.
Wrong button. He's dead. He's gone. He's gone, just like that.
Just like
and
that.
make
You
an
got
attack
booped by
as
Zeno.
well. That's a 19 plus stuff that will hit. Let me roll that. That's a 6. So 3 points of damage once again. Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Roll another one. Okay, hold on. Let me get my help in there. Okay. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12. With that, you feel kind of a tinge as its claws scrape across your shoulder, and you feel this kind of like a stinging tinge on your shoulder, but you kind of shrug it off as you kind of prepare for more attacks. Rowan. This one makes its way over to you. 17 plus stuff.
Yes, that hits.
Oof. Okay. Wow. 9 points of slashing damage as its claws whoosh, just kind of start from your chest or your neck kind of just cutting down. Roll it to Constitution saving throw, please.
Sir. Is a 14 plus 4 and 18.
18, you're good.
All right.
With that, next in line, we have Briar.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. I would like to move forward. I would like to start going up behind Rowan.
Be a bit of a roundabout. It's 5, 10,
That's
15, 20,
Or you
25,
can get
30.
me behind Ace. I don't care. Either Ace or Rowan. Either way.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You could get up here as far as possible. Here.
Oh,
Would be your first.
Yes. The closest to the
Actually,
banister.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That would be right up there. I doubt you want to.
Okay, put me at the base. At the base.
At the base right here?
Yes.
Excellent.
Now, question.
Mhm.
Can I see the Mr. Big Bad Guy?
Yeah, you can see his head.
About how far away do you think he is?
Not too far.
Give or take.
If
Do you
we're
think he's
ignoring
within?
vertical distance, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, probably about 30 feet away.
Probably about 30 feet. Okay. I would like to attempt. I'm going to look at him with some tarts and a feather.
I know where this is going.
I know you do.
Let me pull up his. Okay.
I'm going to say, my name is Briar. You killed my uncle. Prepare to die. And I'm going to cast hideous laughter.
Tambrin's hideous laughter.
Uncle Tambrin's hideous laughter.
That's a wisdom
Mr.
save,
Bad Guy.
right?
Of 13.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't realize Cathiel had 6 fingers on his right hand.
He passed.
Damn it! Oh.
Because he actually has 5 fingers. Oh.
There was a 17. He has a +1. So.
Okay.
With that, he kind of looks at you and just kind of.
Then, as my bonus action, I want to do double middle fingers and be like.
He kind of just smirks. And then with that, we move to Karan.
All right. I am going to continue going up the right side.
Okay. Or Rowan.
Ace is at. Well, I mean, Rowan looks like he's kind of got that, and we also have our lovely little furry friend.
Furry.
Probably is this.
Furry friend.
The big thing is that he wants to stack up, so we just need to get to the top. So I'm gonna come up
30. You could get to this would be the furthest you could go.
I'm gonna stand just in front, so from this perspective, just to the left of where Briar is.
Just right here. Excellent. Not a problem. Oh, I raised. You raise me up, cause I clicked the wrong arrow. You raise. Okay. Moving on. Wait, no, not moving on. What would you like to do? Besides move?
Oh, you moved. Congratulations. I mean, I'm gonna sacred flame the one that Ace had already attacked.
I believe he's done damage to this one. Yes.
Yes, le damaged one.
You damage. All right, that's a roll for me.
Yeah, so 14 again.
Sorry, blind.
Okay,
It
so
was a
nothing
nat
happened.
20.
Again.
I swear, I'm so sorry.
Hey, you just took one of his crits away that wasn't on us as an attack. So good job, Blind. That's a win in my book.
Mm-hmm. As I'm doing it, though, I'm also going to use a bonus action with my Channel Divinity to harness divine power through my phylactery. And I'm going to gain back one of my spell slots.
Let's go. Let's go. He's back in it. Please. All right.
And that will stop me.
And so we move on to. Can you guess? Can you guess who we're moving on to?
And
Someone
I
who
don't
is
like him
resistant
very
to charms.
much.
Yeah, someone who's resistant to charms and might be an asshole.
Might be an asshole. All right. We
Can confirm
see.
his asshole.
He's an asshole.
Gaping.
Like a hot dog down a hallway.
Oh.
Okay. Blind. As you kind of feel this searing gaze, you kind of turn and look up to Kethiel, and you see the fire in his eyes. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Nat 20, 24.
Oh, take that, you son of a bitch.
You kind of like, or actually, I'll give you your autonomy back, since you absolutely resisted his attempt to control you.
I was literally gonna say, like, he's trying to like stare into my soul. I'm going to just snap back to him and almost and give him like the what for.
It's that
All
one
silent,
like,
just-
ancient meme of like the squirrl, or what was it, a squirrel or groundhog?
No. It is dramatic look. Yeah. Dun dun dun.
Yeah.
Excellent. He's kind of taken aback.
Staring
Oh
at
my
this
God. Okay. That's his turn. Okay, Asher, Wolfie boy, it's your turn.
Okay, well, so I know Ace said come along, but now that I see people are coming up to help Ace and Rowan's on his own, I'm gonna use my 50 feet of movement and I'm gonna
50
tackle
feet.
that one that's
Right here?
on Rowan's right side.
On
Yep.
the right side there. Excellent. Let me go whoop. Let me go whoop. Let me go doot. Let me go doot. Wait, hold on. I'm getting better at this, I swear. It's not working. It's okay.
I swear to God, that is a nat 20.
Let's go.
Go, baby. Let's go, baby.
All right.
Let's go.
So roll
These
your
dice are hot.
damage
Loving
and
it.
Hold on, I am taking a picture of this for proof, just because there's too many this game.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is. How are we rolling that 20s on this? Is it just
Roll
roll
the
it,
dice and
double
double
the
it.
number?
Roll the dice and double the number. I guess I
Just
can.
the
roll.
die, not the modifier.
Well, so fuck me. So that's 4 plus 3, so 7 damage, and I need him to make a strength saving throw.
Okay. May not need to. Hold on. Wait, which one is this? Let me check
This
his
The one that hasn't been attacked.
He's
Yeah.
not
This is the
attacked.
fresh
Okay.
one.
So let me. My music is going funky. I hope that's not happening on stream. So those 7 points of damage, correct?
Yep.
So let me say this guy. My music is going funky. I don't know if it's on stream like that, but
Here's pretty normal.
sounds fine. Okay, good. For me, it's like it sounds literally like a helicopter. It's like. Okay, so let me roll a strength saving throw. Oh, that's an 11.
DC of 13, so he is
DC of
knocked
13. He is knocked prone. This
Get him,
dude.
boy. Yes.
That'll do it. Okay.
And that's my turn. Oh, I technically had advantage on that. Oops. Don't matter.
No.
What is happening to my music? Sounds lovely. Okay, so what is it? That's your turn?
Yep, that's my turn.
Okay, we are back to the top of the line, Ace.
Okay. Still focusing on the one that's in front of me. I am going to make 2 swings.
Swing, swing, swing.
That's a nat 20 and then a 12.
Nat 20 and a 12. Roll damage on both of those.
Yeah.
And you may only need to do one.
Yeah, boy.
Vegas with all these nat 20s.
Can I roll one hit if I go on the one and then switch to the other one?
Go ahead, yeah.
Ooh.
Okay. So we're doing 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 points on the first hit to him.
14 points of damage on the first one. You
Yeah.
absolutely just, and its head kind of falls sideways, almost just like falling off, and it just crumbles to the ground. With that, and you can turn and make your second attack on the next one.
All right.
Actually, give me
That's
1 second.
your
Give
turn.
me 1 second here.
Okay. Let me
you go.
go ahead and roll.
This one just
roll
kind of falls down. Go ahead and roll your attack on the, or damage on the, or yes, attack on the second one. Since it's
9
a different
points.
creature, I'll say
9 points of damage.
excellent. Okay, let me heal him up. This one is dead. This one has not been touched yet. Quite yet. Yes, okay. So 9 points of damage. Excellent.
I should have took a picture of that. You're right. There's been too many. I'm sorry. I
You're
promise.
fine.
No, you're
good
good,
job.
dude.
I rolled one too. I rolled one against freaking Blind's Sacred Flame because he can never land Sacred Flame because that's the only time I ever roll well is his Sacred Flame.
That's the second one of the night. This is not a good sign. The rest are going to be really
Oh,
low.
yeah. I'm getting them all out of the way right now, and then you guys are going to be dead. All right.
Yeah.
So, Rowan, it's your turn, my friend.
Rowan
Dum, dum,
is
dum,
going to turn to Ace, and, not Ace, Asher, and say, "Thank you." As he kind of braces against the slash on his chest, and he's going to try to finish the one that's directly in front of him with 2 swipes.
Okay. Roll your
So-
attack.
A 2 plus 5, so that's a 7 for Jethro's sword. So I'm assuming
No
that
luck.
probably misses. So that one's better. That is an 8 plus 5 for Lymeal's blade. That's a 13 to hit.
That'll do it. 13.
So Lymeal. That is a 3 plus 3, so 6 slashing damage from Lymeal's blade.
6 slashing damage. With that, I'm sorry, I've been forgetting. I mean, I guess in the middle of combat, we don't need to do a how do you want to do this, but he's dead.
Yeah,
I'll give you-
Rowan's
give-
just
give-
gonna
give a
kind of
quick,
just like try to like pull that sword across and just basically try to cut the guy in half.
Oof. Okay. As you do this, you kind of cleave, and it splits open, and it kind of, and then for a moment, comes back together, and still kind of halfway cut up, but still like kind of like suturing together as you finished it, but seemingly not enough.
Rowan's gonna kind of take a little step back. Like, what? They regenerate.
That they
And just
do.
kinda-
That they do. Okay. With that, move to. Well, I guess. Wait, was that both your attacks? Oh yeah, you missed the first one. That's right.
Yep, that was
Gotcha,
it.
gotcha. Excellent. Not for you, but for me. Haha. Oop, not the stairs. Elena's turn. She's just gonna maintain.
Elena.
She's just gonna maintain concentration on your guys' health points, bonus health points, and so with that we move to Legumes. This one died, correct?
Correct.
Died.
Get out of my face.
You be
Get him
dead.
out of here.
You're dead. You lay there. You're dead. Dead.
Get out of my
Alright.
face.
The other
This
one
is all
beside
over the
you
floor.
Shit.
will make. That's a 14 to hit.
That's my AC.
Ooh. Prepare for some dabblage. Ooh.
Yep.
That's That's 8. So you take
So
4
points.
with the halved.
Alright.
And go ahead and roll your Constitution saving throw.
Simple math, Seth. Simple math. Yep. Okay.
Asher, with your perks, do I get advantage on attacks, or is that just
No,
you?
that's me, but
Just
you have
me.
advantage on the
Okay.
prone.
Yes. Okay, gotcha.
Oh, I got a 7.
Okay. As this kind of stronger attack kind of, you focus on this other one that you've already downed and you kind of crush its head in, and this one kind of lunges and kind of claws at your back, and you feel this tinge down your back. Seth, you are paralyzed.
Wow. Just completely gone. Okay.
Well, you're just paralyzed for now. And you feel this as you fall down, and that will be its turn. For that one, we move to this one. That will, as it comes back together, it will immediately claw for an attack. That's a 14 to hit.
Does not
To
hit.
you, Rowan. Does not hit.
Does
It
not
kind of comes back together and lashes out, and you move out of the way for a bit. And this one will use its movement to stand back up. And after being knocked down, it's going to attack this woofy boy. That's a 17 to hit.
That hits.
That hits. That is 6 damage. 6 slashing damage as it swipes with its claws. Go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw that will use the wolf's stats.
Fuck. That is a 6.
6. With that, this claws at you and kind of gets you across the kind of the jowls, and you feel this tinge through your body, and you fall to the side as you are now paralyzed. Things are changing. The tide is turning. Okay. Death spiral. Death spiral. And that's it for those. We move to Briar.
Muted.
Very nice. Okay. So I would like to cast Mindsliver on the big bad guy.
On the big.
And as I do so, I'm going to use my deck of insults for the first time. Let's see what we get.
Let's go.
Okay. And as I cast Mindsliver, I would like to say, God wasted a good asshole when he decided to put the teeth in your mouth. And then...
Okay, that's a roll for me, correct?
Yes.
That's 2. 2 plus. That's not gonna make. Is
You
that
hadn't heard
a
that one.
wisdom saving throw?
It's an intelligence.
Intelligence saving throw.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 2. So
Oh, yes. Okay, so, Holson, here we go. This is what you got. I'm going to help you keep track of this, right? We're going to do 1d6 psychic damage, but just remember, 1d4 minus his next saving throw, right?
1d4 minus his next saving throw. Excellent.
All right,
Keep
here
that
we
in
go.
mind, guys. Saving throws.
And I rolled a 6.
6.
Lead, bitch,
As
with
you
my words.
Penetrate his mind.
With my words. I'm so vicious.
Kind of in this
This is
moment,
part-
he loses his concentration on trying to focus on Karan, and then you kind of again peer at him, and he enter his mind, and he feels this like excellent.
Karon's my best friend, you bitch.
Beach. That is I believe Karan, you're up.
Okay. He didn't count. Well, I won't be able to down it anyways. I don't think. You attacked Cathiel. I should take advantage of that, but we have a downed man's on the stairs, and we're currently exposed. So I'm gonna attack the ghoul that's still up, that just recently paralyzed.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna attack him with radiant or with sacred flame. So
Sacred Flame. Okay, that's me.
14.
Finally, that's a 5.
All right, so he fails that. So it's a D8. It's radiant damage. Radiant damage. Does that radiant damage apply anything special to this?
It doesn't say he has weaknesses. So
Is he undead?
he's undead.
That should
But
be.
it doesn't mention it.
Oh.
It doesn't mention it. It just says
I'm looking at
immunity.
freeze
Does it normally
damage.
mention the weaknesses? It would normally mention the weaknesses. It doesn't say.
Normally.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up.
Radiant usually does damage, like does double damage.
Yeah,
to
it's one of those
death,
things
but I
that
don't know.
you normally it's not necessarily a misconception, but it's one of those things that it sounds like it would, and you know what? In my world, it does. Go ahead and
Okay.
roll extra, or I guess is it double if it's a weakness?
I think that's how it works.
It's
All
double.
right,
It's double.
We need
it's
an
double
it's canon
Yeah.
because radiant damage is undead. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay. So then that is going to be 12 damage.
12 damage. How is this one doing? I don't think he's been hurt still. How's
Yes, he has. He took 9 damage.
Oh,
Yep, 9 damage last time.
blind. This searing damage just. And it's like almost like decrepit, but it's still hanging on. It's still hanging on. Excellent damage there, though. All right. So then we move to Cathiel. He will turn his attention to Briar, who has now lost his focus. Okay. That will be...
Like Gustavo Fring in that one episode of Breaking Bad. Just like,
I know, I was thinking that.
So... Go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Boop, 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 boop. That's a d20, yes. Nat 20 plus 1! Oh!
All right.
Oh, sucks to suck!
Yo, these not 20s.
some hot dice. We should all go to the craps table after
No,
this.
really.
Yeah, we got
I
it.
should not
I'm
because
gonna take
I am
a
paralyzed.
photo.
Dude, me too. Like,
I know, this is sick, dude.
got those 2 nat 20s and now I'm paralyzed. I seen that coming from a mile away.
You saw it coming.
I'm just
Okay.
like,
Well, that
boop.
ends his turn.
boop.
Now we move to Asher.
Oh.
Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Use the dice again. That's a 15 plus.
That'll be
On
fine.
it plus 2. Yeah. So
That'll be fine.
17.
So with that, and you're rolling the wolf's con.
Yeah.
So with that, you shrug off your paralysis and stand back up, but that will end your turn as you get back up and no longer paralyzed. We move to Ace. Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Let's see if I can do it, buddy. All right. That's 11 plus 5, so 16.
That'll do it.
Sweet.
You as well are back in the game. Why are you not standing up straight?
I'm a little tipsy too.
Well, tipsy. And you're back in action. Rowan, we come to you.
Rowan's still very confused. He's going to try to finish off the thing that's in front of him, and maybe try to attempt to go to the one to the net to his next. But we'll see. If needed, he will use both against the thing in front of him.
All right.
A 17 plus 5 for the Flame of Mistra, so it's 22.
Flame of Mistra? Who's that?
Yeah, the Flame Tongue, sorry. So bad, sorry. And then the second one is a 14 plus 5, so a 19 to hit.
All right. Well, the first one was what?
A 22, 17 plus
Yep,
5.
roll the damage on both those.
Okay.
This.
Okay. Oh, that stinks. That is a 1 plus 3, so 4 slashing, and I'm going to roll the d4. That is another 4 for the d4, so that is 8 damage entirely for the flame. And then 2 plus 3, 5 slashing damage for Lymil's blade.
Okay, with the first one, again, you like the same place, hack it in half again, and with the other blade, you come down and this completely severs it, and it falls lifeless to the ground. So that was this boy. Good.
Stay down.
Stay down. Okay, and we come to Elena, maintaining concentration on your guys' healths. So we move to this one. As it sees you manage to get yourself back up, it's going to make another claw attack. That's 20 total to hit.
That hits.
Oof. Okay. That's 10 points of slashing damage.
Okay. And make a con save.
And make a Constitution saving throw. As it again slashes you as you struggle to get back up from shaking off the paralysis.
But it's a 12 get me.
A 12 gets you a slight stinging sensation. And you shrug that off and you're good.
Oh, thank God.
Nice.
Thank God.
That's
Sorry,
right.
we're literally going to
Slight
segue
sting.
into the whole like slicing and you're paralyzed again.
And you're paralyzed again.
Nighttime.
Speaking of which,
Nighttime.
And we come back over here. This one, speaking of which, that's 15 to hit.
that is.
That will be, I'm bad at math, 7 points of slashing damage. Halved
So
3.
I
looking?
love it.
How you looking?
I'm good, baby.
Roll your Constitution
I'm
saving
good.
throw. Let's find out.
That's very true. Okay, that's 9 plus 5, so that is 14. So, woo! Let's go.
Shrug. Shrug. We move to Mariah.
So, I'm trying to figure out if I should go around and start heading towards the bad guy, or if I should take a look in the pool. I would like to. Should I screw with him again? Actually, I'm going to take a long way. I don't want to be near the zombie. I just want to go near the wall and like go. I'm going.
Kind of along this side.
Yeah, I really don't want to get hit by
10,
them.
15, 20, 25, 30, about right there.
Yes.
That will get you out of. You're in the blood. Oh god! No.
Oh God, no.
I'm moist. Can I? And then I would like to cast Mind Sliver again.
On this guy. You can't see at this
yeah.
point. You can't. There's
No.
way to do it.
On the guy I can see the zombie.
Zoom. All
The
right.
zombie.
Let me
The
roll
zombie.
that. Nat 1.
Another one. Oh,
My
great. Let's
life.
see what we do.
Yes.
So he's
My
going to
life.
take 5 damage on top of, because I forgot about my weep. Let me do another one for my special
You
weep.
may not
Wait
need
a second.
because he
Wait a
has
second.
1 HP left.
Olsen, isn't he dead? Didn't Blind kill him last round with the
No, he killed him, but he
radiation?
came back
No,
up.
I did a lot of
Well,
damage.
this one,
to him,
yeah,
but-
this is the one that he did a lot of damage to, and yeah, he had 1 HP.
So he's hanging
so
on.
as you mind sliver this thing, actually,
Give me the weep.
you may not be able to. Let me check that.
Oh, now he
you
has-
can't assault the mind of one that does not have a mind.
Now he has
Well,
immunity.
I know there's a certain intelligence. It passes the intelligence threshold. You're fine. This guy's hanging on. You kind of crush its mind, and then it kind of as
know.
it starts to fall, it kind of pulls itself back up.
But should I even bother with my weep?
The whip it counts as the same damage as the
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
it's in the same. It's just because you roll it separately doesn't mean it's not the same attack. It's not like a second
Oh.
attack. Yeah.
Well, I
So-
don't. But don't I have to add the numbers to it though?
What happened to it? You did kill it. It came
Right.
back.
Oh,
That's what's
okay,
happening. Yeah.
okay,
It wasn't
I
that
see
it didn't
what
do
I
enough
see.
damage. It has
Right.
1 HP.
Okay,
It
it's
it
just the peach. Got it.
still has 1 HP because it comes back.
It has the regen.
Yep.
Ability.
So we move to Karun.
You're muted.
I want to see. So that heart's still pulsing inside of the cistern and soaking up the blood and everything.
I'm not one to usually do this, but go ahead and roll a perception check because this is in the middle of combat.
Oh no, I don't. Yeah. I don't have to roll. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. So as to not, feign the whole. Like I'm gonna go on the chance of I saw it happen then, rather than waste bonus action. I'm going to go up and I'm gonna pour some. I'm gonna take out the holy water flask that I've got. I'm gonna pour some holy water onto the heart.
Okay. As you do this, it kind of just bobbing in the water, and every now and then you just this slight, and with each, the blood kind of kind of like almost absorbed in the water. Not ignore the visual, but becomes clearer. As you pour this water into this, it goes. It's almost like it beats faster. And the water, it actually absorbs kind of even more of the blood. Still pretty murky, like water and mixed with blood in here. But yeah. And as you kind of look at this, you do notice very familiarly is actually quite a large compared to the kind of little bird bath basin that you saw, the crystals. There's a rather large crystal in this that's very familiar. In this basin.
But there's something that's corrupting it, and this holy water isn't purifying it. It's beyond undead. It's something darker, sinister.
And I see there's nothing else that I can do at this point because I'm not gonna jump in the freaking bloodbath. Who knows what that's gonna do?
Maybe we should fish it out.
Someone got to levitate?
It's actually, go ahead and, it's not super far in there. It's kind of floating around and bobbing around there. Go ahead and make a dex check.
Okay. That is a. Do I even have a dex modifier? No, it's a 16. So it's 16. I just rolled a 16.
You kind of reach over into the fountain, and right at the cusp of your reach, you kind of fish towards it, and it floats towards you a little bit. but we will end your turn there.
Oh, that's fine.
And next, we move on to Kethiel. Kethiel is going to... Oh. Why didn't I do that earlier?
Because you're benevolent.
That doesn't sound good.
Because he forgot.
I did forget. I
Nope.
didn't realize that it
Not
was a
at all.
bonus action. You see as he kind of raises a hand up and summons beside you, Huron. I don't have an image for this. I didn't prepare for this. Let me grab something.
He's one of the dead zombies.
I appreciate you covering me in blood too, but
That's because you're close to the thing.
I know it picks up the texture that I'm in. Is that how it is, or is it because you actually applied it?
It's picking up the decal that you're near. Wait. Let me look. My apologies. Was unprepared. Oh, wow. Okay. That's exactly what I need. Nope. Little big.
Freaking
It's
Enderman.
Slenderman.
Nani?
I was about to say Enderman.
Oh,
What the heck?
Oh,
It is-
I lost that tentacle.
This kind of ethereal, dark, skeletal hand kind of apparates next to you, and let me see how this actually works. My apologies. I am unprepared.
Okay.
You are not prepared. Okay. So it's not giving me what it does.
Is it for grabbing things? Is it
On
for...
a hit. Tell me its stats. What is it? What is it? Oh, okay. So it's a spell attack. Okay, it's his spell casting DC. That's 17 plus 3. That'll hit.
It's 20.
Wait, but he has to subtract 1d4 from saving throw. Never mind.
Saving throw.
Yeah, for everything.
That's not what I need. This is what I need. Actually, that's... Wow. Okay. This claw kind of comes down, and you will take 3... No. You will take 11 points of... what kind of damage would that be? I'm sorry, I'm dumb. I don't know how this works.
Wow. Thank God for those
Using
extra 5
things.
hit points.
Yeah.
It would be necrotic damage.
Okay.
Not that that's super important, but yes.
Not at this point, no.
So, yes. Okay. And seeing you fish for that, he will also, as his action, because I can do that, roll a wisdom saving throw. Blind.
That is a 16.
16.
Yep. 12 plus.
That will do it.
Okay.
That will do it.
Okay.
We're good. And that will end his turn. We come back to Asher.
Rip
So
his throat
I'm
out.
gonna try to pounce on this guy again and rip his throat out.
As you do. All right. Roll your attack.
Get him.
That's an 18 plus 5. So 23.
That'll hit. Roll your damage.
10 damage. And he needs to make a strength save.
And make a strength save. Let me snag this buoy up. 10 points of damage, you said? Okay.
Yep.
With that, let me roll the strength. That's 13 plus stuff.
Yep, 13 is the DC.
Okay. So, all right, we're good. All right. We move on to the top of the line, Ace.
Yeah. Okay. So
This guy's still there.
Yep, I'm going to take one swing at this guy here. That's a 12. It's 12 hit.
12 does hit.
Okay. Let's do 7, 8, 9 points of damage.
That'll do it. Let me roll. Make my roll. Oh, okay. All right. With that, if you want to give a quick, how do you want to do that? There.
Yeah, he just keeps bringing himself and stitching himself, and as like this last time, as he's trying to stitch himself together, I literally want to take my hands and put him in and stop the stitching and just rip him in half. I'm like, no.
It kind of just like looks down as it kind of comes back together. You and it crumbles to the ground.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And I'm gonna take my full 30 feet and get as close as I can to up the stairs to him.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 would be right here.
That's fine. That's where I'm going.
Y'all covered in blood now.
Tastes like
The viscera of combat.
Viscera of combat. The vocabulary on this man. Rowan.
Rowan is going to turn to the thing that Asher has in his mouth, and
Thing it has.
Rowan has not a clue what the hell is going on.
He's just swinging swords. He's just swinging swords.
You know, I'm here. I'm
He just
just
rips him out.
working here. He was working
All right.
here, and he's gonna try to finish him.
Roll your attack. Finish him.
Feeling a grog and a vex.
Yes.
That is a 17
That'll
for flame taunt. Oh, 17 plus 5, so 22. Oh, thank you. Double 17. So 22s for both of them.
It's a +5.
For both my swords, yeah.
That sword is +5. Oh, that's your attack thing. That's not the sword. Okay. That's
No,
just your normal attack. I'm like, what did I
It's just
give
the
you? What have I done?
That'll be 37 damage
Yeah.
with my. It's like, what?
What have I done? Level 2.
2.
2.
Oh, it gets OP at level 2. Level 1, it's okay, but level 2, that's when it gets.
Too far. I'm gonna have to
I'm just
take care of you
imagining a
guys.
campaign with a bunch of level 1 characters, but they all have Vorpal weaponry, and they're just like.
So that is, again, another 5 and a 4, so 9 damage from the flame. 4 flame
It's
damage.
how do you? Well, hold on. Wow. Okay. You slice this one, and again, much like the other, kind of, and the two kind of halves kind of come back together, and it is not quite out of the fight.
Rowan's gonna be pissed and swing with his other sword. And that is a 1 plus 3, so that is 4 slashing damage for the Limeil's blade.
4 slash damage. Wow. Okay. It's a 10 DC. It's an 11. So again,
Oh, so
you
each
kinda-
time he gets zeroed, he rolls to. Okay,
he rolls
gotcha.
to see if he's not. And it's a little, it's a bit of a homebrewed monster. It's a combination of two different ones. Yeah. So again, it kind of pulls itself back together, and it's still in this fight. And we move to Elena, still maintaining concentration. Oh, sorry, my bad. It's back to me. This one going to turn to you that keeps slashing it up. It's going to make its that's 16 to hit. Rowan.
That is my AC.
Yep. And wow, come on. 4 points of slashing damage. Ones.
Okay. Rowan is just gonna take he's kind of hold himself.
Roll your
He's kind of
Constitution saving throw as well.
Come on, Rowan.
Is a 12 plus 4 is 16.
Yes.
All right. You shrug it off, and where are we at? These guys are all dead. So we come back to the top of the line, Briar. Well, not the top of the line, but
Amazing. So I'd like to look over my shoulder and see Chiron and the stupid hand, and I'm a little pissed at the blue beach. And I want to cast catapult on the hut, and I want to launch that bitch out of the water and striking the stupid fucking hand trying to touch my best friend.
You attack the hand with the heart.
Yes.
Stupid fucking hand.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
So as you do this, I guess there's no technical roll. You lift up the heart. What is the range on catapult, by the way?
90 feet in any direction unless it hits a beach.
And you throw it towards the hand, and it sails right through the spectral hand. And it lands over here near Elena.
So no damage.
No damage to the spiritual weapon.
Stupid. So I would like to use the rest of my movement to start going towards the Pebble Beach.
All right. She's coming for you. Oh, wait.
Yes.
You were right here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want to get that close, or do you want to stay behind?
No, I want to get close.
Get up there.
Gideon.
Do. Excellent. Okay. And we move to Karun. As you just in reach, it flings past your face.
That's fine. It's already out. That was my main concern. I'm going to try to proceed up the stairs, just as closely behind Briar and Ace as I can.
Okay.
But first, I am going to hit Sacred Flame, the one that's currently engaging.
All right.
Yeah, that guy up there. I'm gonna hit him with the Sacred Flame.
That'll hit. Roll your damage. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You literally can't do. It's literally just me rolling again to see if it's not dead or not. It is.
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
It is. As you guys are trying to just keep dismembering this thing, and it keeps coming back together. Finally, the Sacred Flame just, and it is eviscerated.
Rowan's gonna just kind of look over to Corona and nod his head and kind of start moving up.
We'll do the same.
Just kind of keeping the role play going.
Mm-hmm. Yep. He'll do the same, and I'll turn around and try to leave this stupid freaking spiritual weapon behind me as best as I can, all things considered.
Okay. So that will be an opportunity to attack.
Oh, spiritual weapons have opportunity attacks too?
I don't think they do.
There's not a whole lot of information on the freaking spiritual weapon. It doesn't even have its, like, I had to use his
Hang on a
spell.
second. I can find out real quick.
They don't. Well,
I don't think they do. So, yep, nope.
They're
you're good.
bonus action commits. Yeah. Cool.
So it's just like, wait, no, come back, please. So,
The spiritual
from
weapon's
here,
like, oh.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You could get right behind Ace there.
My best
Perfect.
friend in the whole
That-
world.
That will work for me.
Oh, yeet. And excellent. There you are with your movement here. Cathiel, his turn. Seeing himself surrounded, and he's going to send his spiritual weapon up the stairs, chasing you
After me.
down.
Yep.
And That will be 19 plus stuff.
Yeah, it hits.
So, that's the D8s. That will be 7 points of necrotic damage as it kind of, there's no like physical contact, but this necrotic energy kind of, as it passes through you feel this. And also he will turn to you and roll a wisdom or dex or wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw is what it has been. Is he doing a dex different attack now?
Dex saving throw. I'm sorry. That's Sacred Flame.
Oh, he's doing a dex. Oh, okay. He's okay.
How's your health?
Sacred Flame, me?
How's your health looking, Karan?
That is a 17.
17. Taste of my own medicine. All right.
Yeah. How's it feel to do 0 damage with your magic attacks? Shut up.
Oh, it's great. All right. We turn to Asher.
I have 6 HP, by the way.
So, seeing this thing fall in
9.
front of me, I'm gonna just kind of growl and just book it. Use 50 feet of motion to try to knock this bitch on his ass or on his face.
Okay.
Go.
It's about to get bit in the ass by a dog.
I mean, it's a dire wolf, so it's probably almost as big as him. So, like,
Yeah,
I imagine large dog that gets excited and like jumps on him.
Yeah.
A
Rowan,
Great Dane with.
as Asher runs away, Rowan's just gonna go get him.
As you do see a small kind of halfling figure, again gagged and eyes covered, kind of the last in line to be sacrificed. Luckily, you guys, good timing. Roll your attack.
That is a dirty 20.
God, that is brutal looking right there.
That'll do it.
Somebody's gonna like eat his whole fucking shoulder.
It's always so exciting to see the face of the attack when he's like.
So that's dirty 20. It's
No.
It's a 11 damage, and he needs to make a strength save.
Hold on, let me take the damage. Nice hit. I will just keep track of it. I know who he is. Eat a dick. That's natural 20. I can roll him too, okay?
I mean, you are permitted to.
It's true.
He doesn't have plus on his strengths. Oh, wait, is that him? Yeah, he doesn't have a plus on his strength. He ain't strong.
Yep,
Okay.
then that's my turn.
So we come back to Ace.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are coming. You guys are coming.
All right, I got 30 feet. Can I make it to him?
Yep. I can just judge that. You can get.
So as my, I don't know if you would call it an action or what, I want to tackle him and bring him to the ground.
That will be a strength check.
Oh, you mean a strength check that I have advantage on, and he has
A weekly
a 0?
contested strength check.
I was gonna say it could also
And-
advantage because there's a dog that's like on his back.
Would a nat 20 do anything?
Nat 20,
Oh!
unless I roll 1, 2. No, it was high, but it's not. Nat 20.
What is going on tonight?
Gosh, what are we on?
The D20 gods are.
I
Right?
can feel it coming in the
Check out.
air tonight.
Check. Can you see that?
Oh no!
God.
Oh yes, yes.
A 20 and a 2, man. All
Okay,
right.
so-
Oh, bye blind.
Bye blind.
Bye blind.
Exclamation point. Bye blind.
Bye blind.
You got
blind.
the grapple
Hi,
on
blind.
him then.
Hello.
I kind of want my legs at his hands, if possible, and like I'm ready to just start. I want to start like pummeling him in the face.
Pamela Anderson him.
Let's
Let's
You
go.
think
Alright.
Pamela him into? Yeah.
So you guys can see, Ace is normally a pretty nice person, right? Like he's normally a pretty chill dude, but right now he is bloodlust.
Oh, there's a lot of blood here.
How many of them furbolgs did you hurt? How many? As he is on top in his face.
As you're kind of struggling with him, Not enough, apparently. And with that, we move to Rowan.
So
I
Rowan's
kind of already did the math. You can get to here.
yeah, just go ahead and take me there. And then,
Out of,
but,
I'm so sorry, Rowan. Go ahead. I'll wait.
Rowan is going before he sprints up the stairs. He's gonna do like a sharp inhale, and he is going to do a second wind. And I'm gonna roll
Alright.
to see if I can get my health back. That is not a D10. I got a 10 plus 2, so I'm gonna add 12 life to me.
Excelente. All right.
Good job.
And that is my turn. That's all I can do.
Elena,
So
again,
out of-
maintaining concentration.
Out of curiosity, sacred weapon, is that concentration?
Spiritual weapon is
Spiritual
not a
weapon is not.
concentration. It just
Exceptional.
exists for 1 minute.
Okay.
So
okay.
10 rounds.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make
I don't know
sure,
how many
'cause-
rounds we've been in, but actually, Elena,
It's-
she's
we-
actually going to drop her concentration. So whoever had the 5 bonus HP, go ahead and take
Okay.
that off.
Well, I ain't got it anymore. Mine's long gone.
Yours is
Okay.
long gone. Okay.
All right, thank you, Elena. I love you, wife.
And she is going to turn to this and actually pick it up and hold it. And just hold it in her hands. That's it.
So she can see it.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently. Okay, so we move to. Nope, they're all dead. We move
Yes.
to Briar. They're all dead.
So much like that one tavern that one time, I want to skip up the stairs to the guy that Ace has tackled down, and I'm going to just like crouch down and bring up my shiny diamond that I got from Rowan. And with it, I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb.
Chromatic orb.
Chromatic Orb. And I'm going to make it do lightning damage. But you know, you roll first, you know.
What is what am I rolling?
Oh, don't you have to try to spell DC that or something? I don't know. Usually you're fighting me on things.
Is there something I need to do for that? as well?
I don't know what it does. So
Oh.
you're saying you're
Oh,
casting chromatic
no.
orb. I don't
So-
know it off the top of
So
my
this
head.
is a 4-inch diameter sphere of energy. And I choose what it is, and then if it hits, I hurt him. So it's going against, I think, my spell save DC, which is 13. So just see if you roll more than that.
I don't know how that works, but I'm pretty sure you have advantage, or he has disadvantage on spell saves that are dex.
You make
or
a
strength.
ranged spell attack. So it's just your spell attack plus your spellcaster modifier. So it's just an attack that
Oh,
goes
so
against
he
his
can't-
AC. It's just against his AC, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
sick. So I just roll.
Mm-hmm.
19.
19 will do it. Okay, roll
All
your
right.
damage.
Got her rolling.
Let
Rolling so
me
good.
grab all of my d8s. So 3 d8s of damage. And I said lightning, yes?
Yep, sure.
All right, so 16, 17, 18 damage.
All right. Okay. From there, we move to Karan.
Okay. It's too congested for me to get up next to him now, right?
I mean, you could get like here or here.
I need to be able
He's
to touch him.
grappled, so they're technically in the same space. You could get right here and
Okay.
be able to touch him.
I need to be able to touch him.
Oh, I know what's coming. Oh, you know it's about to come.
Yep, because if he gets hit by that freaking hand one more time, it ain't gonna be good. And runs a little, perturbed by this whole thing. So yeah, go bring me up there.
Yep, you're there.
Cool.
Oh, you know what's about to come.
That's a 12 plus 6. That is an 18.
What are you casting, or what are you doing?
Inflict wounds.
Inflict wounds.
If it's
18 will
melee,
hit. You have advantage, so yeah, go ahead and roll again.
Advantage, too.
I mean, I don't think I'm gonna.
It's a
I guess sure. Yeah, let's
You
see.
get a
Let's
nat
see
20.
let's see if
Don't
I nat
run.
20 it.
He nat
Hang
20.
on. Hang on. Does there? Hang on. Let me take the picture first. Is it so? It's still going to apply with this. It's double the dice roll.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Not
Yo,
six
that
beautiful.
is-
That is
Yo,
beautiful.
Please excuse my phone
Justice.
screen.
That is
Yeah.
beautiful.
You know,
Beautiful.
Justice.
I'm just gonna make every encounter from now on a deadly encounter. Screw you guys.
Everyone's felt like a deadly encounter, despite you saying, "Oh, trivial, non-threatening," and they're like, "Oh my god, we're getting hurt so
well,
bad."
if it feels like it's deadly, then that's good. You guys just run through
Everything is no, everything with the exception of the pirates at the front. All right, that was not a deadly encounter. That was
trivial.
that was
trivial.
that was trivial. So okay, so yeah, so we're doing this whole double that damage thing, eh?
Yep.
Come on.
Okay.
High numbers. High
Roll
numbers.
high,
Let's
roll
go.
high, roll high. Let's go.
All right. So I've got a 7, a 5. Oh wait, no, hang on. Shit, I have to restart. Those are D8.
Oh, Dad.
No, that could be better. That could be good. We'll see.
Okay,
Hang
okay,
on.
okay.
Let's see here. Hang on. All right, so I got 2 5s and 7. So
17.
2 5 10 20
Oh,
34,
it'd be 34.
34.
34 radiant damage because they're D10s and I double all the die roll. So the 5s become 10s, 10, 20, 7s 14, 34.
He's like Ghost
Well,
Rider.
It would be necrotic.
You can eat
with
the
it.
bag of
Oh, sorry,
meat.
necrotic. Yes, correct. Sorry.
He's like
necrotic.
Ghost Rider and like look into my eyes. This
Yeah,
is just
that's exactly
This
what
is absolutely
kind of it.
beautiful, poetic justice.
Ah.
Yeah.
How do you want to do this?
He's literally just, he's just gonna go up to him and he's going to grab him like kind of like here, like maybe put his thumb into like the small of his throat right there, and then just stare into his eyes back the same way he'd been trying to cast down onto him. Dramatic look over him as he hits him with this thing.
You see, as you grab him kind of by the throat and lock eyes, he tries to flame up his eyes and kind of stare into you, but then you see this kind of like, just for this moment, like this panic kind of enter his eyes, and the flame leaves, and then the life leaves, and this necrotic energy kind of crawls up his face, and you feel his body kind of go limp.
Okay.
Kethiel is no more.
So we're out of initiative.
We are out of initiative.
Okay. Rowan is gonna rush up to Grisman.
Now, did this actually full on do an instant kill on him per his health, or did it just take him to 0?
How much
Or,
damage did you
take him-
total?
I did 34 damage total. Does he
No,
take him?
It wasn't
Okay.
I mean, in this case, because they don't necessarily have the same rules as you, I mean, he's dead.
Oh, okay. Well, because I was going to try to do actual spare the dying on him.
Spare the dying? I'll allow it if you want to try.
All right. So he's just going to be stabilized. he's
Before
still
you do
unconscious.
that,
He's not dead.
go ahead and roll a wisdom saving throw. As you
Okay.
use this
Yeah, that's fair.
kinetic energy.
A few times. Oh God. Okay. That's a 9. 5 plus 4.
Ooh, that's not good.
Maybe that advantage wasn't a good idea.
As you
Comes back a vegetable.
see the life leave his eyes with your hand around his throat, and the flame kind of leaves his eyes, this anger kind of overtakes you for a moment, and you feel almost as if this redness and fire is within you, and you kind of hold back, and then with still this necrotic energy in your hand, you kind of turn and kind of brace yourself on Ace. roll your damage for Ace.
What?
Not
No,
with advantage, just the.
Oh my god.
No, you should have had to bleed on me.
What? But I'm doing the whole attack over again? Like, not even part of the. Oh, Jesus.
Is this attack the
I'll
hit?
tell you what.
See if it hit or what?
It's the. I'll say because this is the tail end of kind of the spell. This necrotic energy is still kind of in your hand. Just
man.
roll 1d10.
Just roll 1d10.
Just
Okay.
1d10.
Shit. Okay. I'm sorry. This is not.
I'm sorry.
Whoopsie.
Okay, please tell me we're not applying the crit rule, right?
Crit roll? No, there's no crit here.
Oh, okay,
No,
good.
no, no.
It's 7 damage.
Okay. Taft? Or that wasn't
Nope.
melee. That is melee.
Not. No, it's not half because
it's
it's
necrotic
magic.
damage.
It's magic.
It's magic,
Okay, so
so,
no-
it doesn't get halved with
so
its
We'll
rage.
take the whole
Mhm.
7.
But at least it's not doubled. Fuck.
And as that damage goes through me, Corona, I am so sorry, but after he screamed in my face, not enough, Ace is seeing red, and he is just hitting him in the face with his gauntlets constantly. Repeat. After.
You see this as
After.
the
after.
life has left Kethiel, and you see almost Ace just ignoring this damage as he's just pounding the face, and the face actually kind of already softened by the necrotic damage. The face is becoming, it is annihilated.
Yeah.
And he, I mean, he just
That's a lot of
screaming.
death saving throws failed right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
He is just
It's called spare the dying, not spare the already dead.
Yeah. I heard you say that, and I already, that is, yeah.
I mean, I didn't even get to really save it, but yes, go ahead.
I would like, seeing Ace freaking out, I'd like to cast Minor Illusion as his, as the chief's voice.
Okay.
And say, you can stop now. Come home to me. But as you can stop now. Come home to me.
That is
Ooga
enough.
booga.
You can go. Ooga.
No, my son, it is enough.
Rowan is gonna go up to Grisman and take off the cover on his face and try to take off his bindings if there's any.
You see,
Make sure
as
he's
you
okay.
approach this frame, he's absolutely just like shaking, kind of, and almost like fetal position, and he kind of like, as you touch him, he kind of like flinches, and he's like,
We're friends. We're friends. We're friends. We know Balin. We're here to get you out of here. Let me get these off of you. And gonna continue, and we're just gonna help him up slowly, and just kind of stand in front of him, just in case if anything is going to happen,
Mhm.
protectively.
okay, so you took the blindfold off the mouth thing, and
I took off. I want to
untie-
take off all of his
untie.
bindings. Yeah.
Mhm.
And he kind of just
So-
like, he looks around and he sees kind of the body of Kethiel laying there being pounded on, and he kind of, oh wow, thanks the gods.
So can
Yeah.
Asher kind of walk in front of that? Because you said he's a halfling, so he should be shorter than a direwolf, I'm assuming.
he can't see past your frame as you kind of just take a few steps and kind of circle his frame.
Rowan's in front of him too, so
Mhm.
he's gonna have to get a look around Rowan as well.
Karan's also gonna kind of stagger away towards the wall where that basket is, possibly go down the stairs a little and just kind of brace himself up against the wall.
I want to loot this dude's body. I kind of really want that dagger, but I want to see what else he had on him.
Yeah, so as you kind of filter through his pockets, and aside from his pockets, you do grab this dagger. This dagger has kind of like this purplish green sheen to it as it kind of you shake it in the light, but other than that, it's kind of like a not necessarily spiral, but wavy pattern to the dagger. And
Ace.
on top of that, there's also in total 4 gold, 3 silver, and 8 copper for each of you.
All right, give me back one.
Yeah, I gotta pull
4
my stuff
gold. You can always just write it down and add it later. if you'd like.
4 gold. 4-8. How? What was
438.
4, 3, 8. 4 gold, 3 silver, 8 copper.
Oh, so I just found out I was doing my saving throws completely wrong.
Oh.
You're using checks instead of saving throws?
No, I use my con save. It says if your con or if your stat is higher than the wolves, use yours.
Oh, really? Okay, so
Yeah.
you only get the benefit. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get the better of the two. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's
Oh well, one
nice.
con wasn't gonna save me at all.
Ace, after hearing Midian's voice, is I'm sorry. That wasn't very polite. I seem to have lost myself in that, and as he steps up and kind of like that feeling when you have drank too much and you finally stand up after drinking, the pain that he feels woozy, and he kind of catches himself as well, and he goes, well, if you guys don't mind excusing myself, I believe I need a moment. Then he will kind of start taking steps down away from the scene and try to collect himself, because he doesn't like what happens.
I would like to walk down the steps to Karon and gingerly put his face in my hand. I'm going to say, listen, take a deep breath in through the nose, exhale through the mouth.
His life,
Karon, his life he forfeited, and he's tainting things. There are the thing in your amulet that's in the water. Yes, there. I know you need to process this, but I'm sorry, love. Now is not the time.
I understand. It's why I acted, but at the same time, it didn't feel like it was me acting. I just need a moment, Briar.
Okay. You're okay for me to leave you, though. Do you need me to sit with you?
No, I'll be fine. I need to get with Elena. We should go to her, the heart. We left it there.
So, Karan, as you kind of step away for a moment, you take kind of just like kind of get your bearings and have that moment to yourself. You almost for just like a moment, kind of like in like flitters, enter a trance state and have almost that similar to your vision, just like fragments of that vision that you had initially on the ship, and like kind of this like the sounds of that memory and the voice. Well done.
Come.
He's not going to make any mention of it. He's going to internalize it still. But he's going to kind of like get up with Briar's assistance, I imagine, and kind of just like nod to her in line with, what he said prior. We need to go to Elena. Need to address that. And he's just going to kind of like hold his hand and kind of glance at it from time to time, as it murders somebody. Pretty viciously. Oh, again. He did it again.
Did it again.
So,
Seriously.
Asher's gonna like kneel down and basically let the halfling climb on his back, because I'm assuming he's probably pretty fucked up right now.
Yeah, as you kind of look at them, let me actually pull him up. He's actually kind of a young halfling at that, like maybe in his teens, if that. So he's He's small and young, so but
Rowan's
he kind
gonna
of
help
like
him
he
on
kind
his
of like
back, yeah.
he's absolutely kind of just like shocked. It's like shell shocked or whatever, and he kind of just reaches out and kind of like pets the wolf.
And Rowan's just gonna kind of put his hand on his shoulder, like, we're gonna get you out of here. And I'm gonna be like, may I? And I'm gonna kind of like gesture to put him on Asher. And
He kind of settles up on there, and then he kind of turns to you, Rowan. Is Balin okay?
he's just fine. He's waiting for you. And
He
then
came for me?
he did. Yeah.
Oh, I knew he would. All right. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome. And
Yo,
then
that bolt was adorable.
Rowan is gonna, as if
Sorry,
Asher was
guys.
like a human, but he, you know, like you put your arm around him and you kind of do like a hug kind of thing.
Reassurance kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah, Rowan's gonna kind of lean down to Asher and then kind of do that, put his arm on his shoulder and kind of grab a tuft of fur and just kind of give him a firm hug. And then he's just gonna look like get in his like the corner of his eye and say, "Thank you. That would have been bad if you didn't come." And he's gonna stand up and then he's gonna walk next to Asher, next to Asher and Grisman.
Asher will try to like put his paw in your hand and then kind of gently walk this kid down, not trying to like.
You give him a treat.
Rowan's gonna immediately start looking for like a treat in his like a piece of jerky or something.
He's gonna walk away, not trying to like rodeo this kid off, but like being semi.
Bucking Bronco.
He can't hold on. He tumbles down the stairs. He's dead. Oh god!
Like, actual fun fact, as my other possessions, I actually do have a dog treat in my possession.
Oh god.
Yes.
The real question is, and the whole point of this campaign is to find out if druidic, creature form Asher likes pets and pats and doggy treats or not.
It's a secret
mean-
weakness. It's a secret weakness. He'll tell us when he comes out. He'll say like, "Hey, good, you guys don't.
You guys
Please don't.
I'm still me."
The belly rubs is when it gets awkward. Please.
I'm so waiting for my wife. Please stop touching me.
Assuming that we're probably gonna be going down the dark hallway again, Rowan's gonna sheathe the they've been sheathed, but Rowan's gonna pull out the flame tongue, and once again and try to ignite it as we're kind of preparing to make the journey back.
Okay.
Right. So
I'll say that you kind of have enough time just sitting around here. You don't need to make a roll for that. It'll ignite
Okay.
with just some kind of effort. Or
Just
just
the
some focus.
concentration, just staring at it.
Go Web, go! As you kind of approach, Elena is just kind of standing there, and she holds this in her heart, or in her heart. she takes hers out and replaces it.
She just stuffs
No.
it in there, so now she's got two.
And she's
a Time Lord.
you can see that she actually is staring at this, and she kind of looks up to you. I imagine by this time you guys have all kind of made your way down. I knew that I could trust you all, but there is something further that I must entrust with you. This is why I came here. And part of the reason that I didn't let Corbin come with me is that this must be kept secret and safe, even from the Order. I need to take it somewhere that not even they are aware of its existence. So, try your best to not make any mention of it, especially around Corbin.
Yeah.
Elena,
Yes, dear.
what about the crystals in the blood pool over there? Can we, I don't know, do we need a cover, or is there something wrong with them? Can you see them? Do we need to worry about that, maybe?
Well, this could serve as another hub or something like this, but for now it is safe. Not many know that it exists. Most are under the impression that these are only found in the Moon Lake well.
Yes. Until now. The one in the village.
Most assume that it is harmless and most are unaware of it, so it's probably best to leave it that way.
So there is no corruption to it.
It is not necessarily that it's being corrupted, it's being used as attempted to be used as a line of communication, a line of contact. I don't think that they are attempting to summon Gahendra. I think they were only attempting to siphon and channel strength into him so that he could become stronger and his grasp and influence could be more far-reaching and harder to shake.
Are you saying that these crystals can be used as some sort of conductor for magic?
That's precisely what they're used for. That's what this is.
And he'll hold out the phylactery around his neck.
Do you need us to help you get where you need to go?
Well, when we get back to the mainland, if we get back to the mainland, it might be best that not even you know where I hide it and keep it safe. It should probably be a burden that I bear on my own, lest when the time comes you become a target for your knowledge of it.
I'm gonna look straight at her and, like, sternly agree.
Yes. We shouldn't know, wherever that thing might be, so long as you can promise it is safe and secure. This Gahendra. I can't think straight.
Karan, it might also be best, at least while this is in my possession, that you keep your distance from it, or its effect could have more profound influence on one such as yourself.
Yes, I've never been so lost on something in my life. I need answers, but I can't even focus.
And I'm gonna turn to Briar and...
Briar, you searched Kethiel, right?
Yes.
Was there anything, literature, a journal, something?
All there was that dagger, and show him the sacrificial dagger that Kethiel had used.
There's nothing I recognize of it, nothing familiar at all. That's from the
About the
Moon
dagger,
Lake.
no.
Would Elena react to it at all in any shape or form?
As you kind
Recognize.
of hold it up, she actually does see it. That was a very powerful blade. Strong necromantic energies. Terrible. But I believe that something powerful in the right hands can be used for good, but you must use wisdom, because when she kind of like studies it and you see kind of like her eyes kind of like shine a little bit as she stares into this. If it were to take anyone's life, they would become like the creatures that you had just slain.
We can't use it. Not yet. We don't know enough, but perhaps, Elena, there might be a way to change its properties. Or is it... It just depends on the wielder.
I'm not quite so sure. Unfortunately, all I see is what it does, but I think that was rather apparent from what has transpired.
Keep it, Briar. Keep it safe, but I need to find out more before we ever consider using something like that.
Okay, I promise to try to not to catapult anybody with it in it.
Not unless we want more of those foul creatures.
But if they would be underneath my influence, would they not? Could change the tide of a battle.
Desperate times.
It's true, but
I'll hold on to it, dear. Don't you worry about it too much.
just because you can doesn't mean you should. Unless you have to, of course.
He's just kind of like muttering a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Karan is wise in his assessment. I'm not saying that you shouldn't use it, but it should be used with the utmost respect and discernment as to what could transpire from its use.
I understand.
Rowan's gonna walk right up to Elena. He's going to be facing the opposite way towards the tunnel. Are you sure you want to do this by yourself? Something you don't have the shoulder alone.
I'm afraid it is. The more people that are involved, from what I've seen, the more unnecessary losses we could endure. And there will already be too many.
Okay. I trust you.
And I trusted you all as well. And that is why I've chosen you for this.
Picked a better team.
I agree.
Rowan's gonna check for Asher and Grisman and then start kind of walking towards the tunnel.
Grisman is kind of just like, kind of his face buried. Let me actually pull up.
Asher's gonna kind of like
Wheezy.
pace back and forth of like, come on guys, let's not hang out here long.
He's so tiny. Hi, Dad. Hi, guys.
With that easy
but-
enough, kind of retracing your steps.
Before
through-
we
Go ahead.
before we leave, Ace would like to actually go over to the crystals
Okay.
and see if there is a small enough piece that he can kind of break off to take with him.
Yeah, just with kind of a.
Karan was actually going to stop you.
Yeah.
And say, no, don't. Don't touch it.
I have no idea what those crystals could be capable of at this point.
They're a conduit for magic. Could you imagine the type of material we could use that for? We could sell it. We could.
You have it present already. Inside the village, there are those crystals there. We shouldn't risk whatever might have happened here. I might be able to perform a ritual to purify this font, but in its current state, I advise. I was leery even to touch it myself. We should leave it for now, if anything.
As you kind of sit there, you do notice that the water is kind of clearing up, kind of on its own accord. The water is kind of the blood kind of just almost like kind of evaporating, and there actually is kind of this thin mist of blood as you know, the properties of the crystal is that they can purify and cleanse. And in the course of time that you guys have been there, it has almost to the point where it's completely free of blood, and it has the familiar sheen of the water of the moon lake.
Okay, well that's already transpired then. Then Karun would
by
not
this
have
point
acted
it's
that way.
been it's
I'm thinking
kind of
still a
like
bloody mess for the most
just
part.
cleared up. Yeah, it's kind of just
Okay.
cleared up as you've kind of all of this has been happening. It's kind of over time cleared itself up. My apologies.
Okay. Well, no, that's fine. Actually, because then I'd probably be in the exact opposite sense. I mean, I wouldn't say necessarily you have to. You do have these crystals in the village, but there are substantially more here, and their restorative properties are.
To be
obviously
honest with you,
still intact.
Karun, I would rather take from a temple than the village.
No, I'm supporting it now. I'm not. I'm
Yeah.
not saying no anymore. Yeah.
Okay.
Doing the
Okay.
opposite.
Okay.
I was thinking
Then-
with still blood and everything, but now I'm actually like saying the restorative properties are obviously still in place. So, if you'd like, but
Yeah,
do be
that's-
careful.
I would still like to break off a good chunk size crystal.
I won't have you roll for anything like that. You just kind of spend a bit of time and kind of get a good size crystal off of that.
Cool.
Okay. And as we travel, I would like to put my arm through Elena's and be like, do you want me to help you hide it in your pack? Maybe we could wrap it beneath so it's not too messy. Maybe wash it off in that nice clear water we've got now.
I think it might be best to keep it out of that font.
I know, dear, I'm kidding. But this is a curious question, and I'm a curious person. Do you think if we put the dagger in the water, it could cleanse it somehow? Is that kind of thing possible?
I'll be honest, I'm not sure that dabbling in the strength of something like this, Karun might be more apt to confirm or deny that, but dabbling with the strengths of these sources is dangerous.
All I can speak of is that the crystals in their natural form do have inherently restorative powers, but we do put it through a process, a refining process, in order to make the phylacteries. Now, I don't think that it would work in the fashion that you immediately, because it's not like it is something ambient. This is infused. It was imbued with the magical properties. It would probably require something a little more intently focused. We could try, perhaps with the crystal that Ace has salvaged, but
I won't worry about it. I'm just always curious.
Ace, as we're heading back, Ace would probably make his way over to you, Karun. He kind of like brushes himself off a little bit, probably grabbing some napkin, or not napkins, but like cloth or something, and trying to wipe some of the blood off. And I just want to apologize for the situation back there. I knew going into it you were hoping to be able to talk to him, and I just lost control.
you needn't apologize. You're not the only one. I put him down initially, and I hurt you. If anything, it should be myself apologizing to you.
You did? I didn't.
I did 7 damage to you when I touched you with my hand.
No, I know, but Ace doesn't because he was just
So in the moment, yeah.
so in the moment.
Okay, also you're reacting as if you didn't even notice him. Like, yes.
Yes.
And I'll gesture to your arm, which probably looks a little bit like, Namos's face.
I gotta be honest, I didn't even realize I was so taken over. I didn't even feel it.
I'm gonna put my hand on him. That's strong, kind of weakly, but like,
There's a lot of things we all didn't realize transpired today. I think we just need to rest after this ordeal.
And he'll shake his head, and in the next breath, he kind of looks over at Asher and Rowan, and he kind of, you can smile, but obviously can't see any of that. You can see the glint in his eye, and looks at Rowan, and he goes, "You are one hell of a fighter. You both are great allies, and I am so grateful to have you behind me or to my side."
Likewise.
He
Everyone's
goes,
gonna return a smile. The glow that's probably coming off of Ace's energy. Everyone's gonna give a really big smile and kind of do a little twist of the flame sword and kind of hold it up in like a little victory toast to everybody behind him.
"How is our friend feeling? Is he injured? Does Corone? I know we have healing potions in the bag. Does he need something quick or something to help him in that way?"
You see,
for Grisman to answer.
Grisman, he kind of like peeks out from the fur. Oh, physically I'm okay. Mentally, not so much. Just from the fur.
Rest.
Rowan is gonna
Oh.
say, "This is the first for me too, dude. First for me too."
He kind of like,
Kind
from
of
there
like-
like looks up. This is insane.
Yeah.
He kind of buries himself back in the fur.
So, before we leave and before I go lock arms with Elena again, I want to go over to Asher, and I'm just going to, well, because he would probably be taller than me, because he's a dire wolf. But I'm still going to pet his snout, and I'll be like, "We avenged Tambrin. You did a good thing. Now we just got to deal with the emotions of Korea when we get home. But at least we got revenge."
So Asher's gonna go from looking kind of irritated that people keep talking to him to like kind of just looking sad and like just walk.
Let out a little puppy whine.
Because
Oh,
he's
Foxy.
currently carrying somebody, so he can't just shift back into human form and communicate.
Yeah, true.
This is true. This is true.
So Rowan is going to lead the way with the sword.
Yeah,
Like-
making your way back out the temple, no problem. You kind of pass through the initial trap, no issue. It seems stepping on it from this side, no flame.
It's a one-way trap.
The one-way trap, yes. And you kind of pass through kind of that open echo chamber, and there lies again the lifeless body of Namos.
Rowan's going to try to walk to where, like, so the Grisman can't see it. Try to cover
He's
it.
buried his face into like the wolf. He doesn't want to see anything anyway. So he's
He's wanting to make sure he doesn't see that.
Yeah.
And so you make your way out of the temple, and by this point the rain has completely ceased. It's still at this point kind of deep into the night, early morning of the night. And the sounds of the jungle again kind of alive, and you well, it's up to you what you would like to do.
Rowan's going to sheath the sword, like kind of slap it into the sheath, and turn to the group and kind of do like a sharp inhale, kind of like, well, to the ship, or do we go back to the village?
We
I
still
think we
have
do.
travel. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say we still have a ways to travel. You said it's just now becoming night.
It's been night, so it was night when you arrived at it was becoming night as you arrived. So like, let's say you got there around like 8 and it was just starting to get dark, and that whole thing was probably less than an hour, so it's about 9. It's kind of finished.
Okay. It'll be dark. Took us a while to get back to the village. And the village is closer than the ship. Do we want to stay here? Make sure no one tries to return anything immediately. in case there were more other than Namos and Cathiel. I believe they said there were 3 and 1 was alluded to as being deceased. Or do we want to risk going through the jungle in our current state, in the dark?
Yeah, that's a tough one. Rowan's gonna look around to the tents that the pirates were putting up originally, and I mean, if we stay here, whoever's gonna come back is gonna find us here. We could.
So
We could make a little ways and then pitch a camp just outside of this area.
And Asher wants to kind of sniff around and listen for anything to see if there's any.
Roll a perception check.
He did mention 3, and I was kind of wondering what the third was.
Perception is.
I'm scattered, but I want to say that it sounded as if 1 was
24.
But
As you kind of sniff and look around you, nothing seems out of the ordinary. It seems just kind of like the normal. Lots of jungle smells, flowers and plants and vines and trees and different jungle animals. But
So with that, I'll kind of get back down and let the little halfling off.
he kind of like scoots off to the side, but he kind of like keeps his face kind of buried into like your side, but he's down off the ground, or he's on the ground, but just kind of like buried into your side.
And I'm gonna kind of look at Rowan and kind of wait for a response.
If Midian's advice is still in play, we could
Right.
carry through the jungle and make enough noise to not cause any attention to ourselves and collapse in the safety of the village as soon as we hit it.
This is
Yes.
true.
I like
I-
that. Yeah.
That's what I want to do. Midian did say be nice and loud. We are very good at that.
And
And
I can
Elena
bring-
kind of speaks up at this moment too. I think with our light, it might. Well, I don't know if that would be a beacon or if it would be a deterrent, but from what Midian said, I have the impression that most things don't want conflict.
So with that, Rowan is gonna pull back out the flame mistress.
His focus. You pooping?
Are you pooping?
He's just gonna look like right at he's still trying to figure out how it works, because sometimes it's just like instinctual, like it works right away, and sometimes it just doesn't. So Rowan's just like trying to find a good median, and he's just gonna.
So I'm gonna say, Rowan, try scrunching your nose a little bit. That sometimes that helps the focus.
Yeah. He's gonna just lean into the sword a little bit, and I'm assuming eventually ignites, and he's gonna.
So-
Ha! I did it.
I have to admit, that is some fascinating magic trick you do, is it?
Yeah.
So Asher's gonna try to get away from this kid before he shapeshifts. Now that he sees that Rowan's focusing on a sword, just like walk around a corner.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
You
was
kind
gonna
of like he kind of like lets go as you kind of like walk away, and he just kind of sits there.
If
He kinda, or just stands there, kind of looking around at the night.
Are your legs hurting, little one? Would you like a ride on my shoulder as we head back into village?
Piggyback ride. All right. I mean, I'm a little weak because, well, I didn't feed us much, and well, Balin says I'm always hungry, but okay.
He's
jumps on your
gonna
back.
pick him up. Yeah, he's gonna pick him up with one hand and actually reach into his bag in the other and like pull out some rations, maybe some beef jerky or something that he had found, and hand it to him with
Excellent.
the other one.
He's just like, just like crumbs all over himself. Like, oh, that's really good. Thank you. You guys are the best.
Rowan is going to respond to Ace asking about the sword, and he's just gonna kind of do a little spin of the handle and catch the blade, and he's gonna kind of fling it around. He's like, "This was my mentor's sword.
My swordsmanship's never been the best, but that is amazing.
I thought it was a magic trick all along, but I think this is actual magic."
So before we go, I'm gonna go over to Karan and I'm gonna bump him with my hip and be like, he believed that he had to wrinkle his nose.
Does Rowan hear that?
No, it's so quiet. I'm saying it so quiet, just to my best friend.
Unless you have like some amazing hearing.
Yeah, do you have dope hearing?
Or- Well, I mean, the DM could say that he wants to make
I
a.
know.
Yeah,
Okay.
perception check, maybe.
If you want to roll a perception check, you can. If you want to see if you
Roll that nat 20. Roll that nat 20.
Get it.
No, it's a nat one.
He's just trying to like
Yeah.
focus.
No
he's like really
idea.
focusing on not like dropping the blade as he's trying to be cool with
Right.
it. Like,
Right.
Oh man.
I'm going to look. I'm going to look and try to muster like kind of like a half smile to Briar and say, "Well, if it's stupid and it works, it's not stupid."
Rowan is going to lead the parade.
all right.
What's
So
that?
as you kind of again with the advice, heeding the advice of Midian, kind of glump through the jungle, and now a different atmosphere in the night. The noise is even louder, like just like the it's just like bugs and it's creepy. I mean, it's a different atmosphere for sure. So somebody go ahead and roll me a d10 as you make your.
I say the point man does it.
Go ahead, Rowan.
That is an 8.
Nani, it could be bad. It's a 10, man. A sliver of snake.
All of a sudden, 8 giant snakes come out of the tree.
Right.
8 is great.
So, as you guys
Each
kind of attempting to make as much noise as you can, you hear this getting close rapidly, and Elena kind of like to the sound kind of turns her light, and right before you is this massive, I mean it's almost moving the trees, and you see from this kind of this upper body of a very large like gorilla, and it kind of like peers in towards the light, and as the light kind of makes its way towards him, you see that the bottom half of this gorilla is actually like that of an elephant, and so it's like a gorilla centaur elephant. And it kind of like and moves these two trees like 30 foot tall and kind of peers in and just kind of like and then kind of trudges through the jungle off a different direction.
Jesus Christ.
With that, Asher's gonna. Who's all looking hurt right now?
I have 9 health.
I have 5.
messed up. Yeah.
So, I mean,
So I'm gonna cast my 3 spell slots to heal you 5. Let's see.
You
Rowan's
9 health for you, Ace.
I'll take it.
Run. Only 6 health for you.
it's something.
And I'll save the last one.
Yeah, I was gonna say Rowan's fine.
Yeah.
With that,
I'm
you
good,
hear
I
it
feel
kind of
good.
like kind of speedily run through the jungle, just
I do believe they're more
And then-
scared of us.
Pick up the pace though.
yeah, with that, I
It's
don't
not
know if
bad.
he was still on my shoulder, but I would have like grabbed him and whipped him around and like almost been like holding him close and like hugging him that way.
What do you mean? You guys don't think you can take him? Bad joke. I'm sorry.
Ace is gonna literally start laughing. Like he's like,
You feel like as he's like pressed up against you, his heart is just.
yeah.
He's terrified.
I like your
With that, the rest of your journey, it's I mean, it's an exhausting trek, but not as exhausting as when there was just the mud and the kind of the downpour slog that it was before, and you make it back to the encampment, and by this point probably about 5 in the morning. No light quite yet, but getting to be to that point. And as you enter the encampment, the guards kind of immediately recognizing you and seeing your light beacon. One of them kind of motions to the other one, and he kind of like, oh, let's go there. And they run off, or one of them runs off and kind of towards Midian's tent, and Midian kind of comes back out of the, kind of comes out of his tent, kind of wipes his eyes, and he has a tea in one hand, and kind of welcome back.
Rowan's gonna put the sword up.
And he kind of just whiz. And with that, we will take the break. Let's go.
All right.